last series, 8 goals from him, a huge, huge performance. And then Kronovi, 7 assists, making those plays happen, being a nuisance, bumping, getting demos. And then his partner, Rizzo, the Rizzle. There's no sizzle with him, but he's still going off. Rizzo had some high impact goals that really put G2 over the top in that PSG series, but now they have to go up against their North American rival, CLOUD9.
Let's get loud for G2 ESPORTS!
And these are the celebrities here, the fan favorites of North America. You can see they're all looking so confident as they take their seats and ready to take down their rivals.
Yeah, and then it really has been a story of redemption for this G2 squad, missing out on the World Championship 2 seasons in a row, not making changes, and look where they are now.
But plus, let's not forget World Championship experience with Kronovi and Rizzo both making long runs.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kronovi, a world champion, trying to become a 2-time world champion. And how fitting would that be, a Turbo Pulsar versus Kronovi final? I know one person that wants it, and that would probably be James Bond over here, but JNaps is that North American MVP. We weren't sure how he would handle the pressure. He's played phenomenally this entire weekend.
Yeah, that was a big question coming in. JNaps with not as much experience, but it looks like he's playing pretty well so far. Let's go ahead and get into our Nissan Cup Noodles predictions as we're about to get into this next match. I'll start things off once again. Cloud9 versus G2, such an iconic matchup. I am so happy we get to see this matchup at this tournament, considering how awesome these teams have been in league play all season long. I picked G2 over PSG. I have to stick with G2. G2 is my pick over Cloud9 to advance to the next round of the tournament.
We'll talk about World Championship experience, and G2 just played in the last series, 55% win rate when that happens. I believe G2 will win only game 1, and then Cloud9 will take the next 3. Cloud9 is just way too strong, way too mechanically gifted. Torment is a brick on defense, and I think they will win.
You know, I picked G2 to win that last series. I followed my heart, but this time they're going up against Cloud9. They're the favorites. But you know what? I'm going to double down. We're going G2 over Cloud9. They're moving on.
This is G2's chance to cause the upset because Cloud9, they're neck and neck right now. They've got very similar play styles, but Cloud9 have so much more room to improve, so I'm going with them.
All right, there you have it. Get your picks in right now. Use the hashtag RLCSWC on Twitter. This is an incredibly important match, potentially a match of these guys' careers in a certain sense. It's Cloud9 versus G2, North America versus North America to see who advances on to the top 3 of the World Championships. Let's go ahead and get into the match right now with the commentary. It's Wave Punk and Quinn Lobdell. Take it away, guys.
A clash of North American might, guaranteed to be stylish with players like Squishy, Gimmick, Kronovi, Rizzo, JNaps, Torment. I mean, any of these names we have seen make dynamite plays before, and I cannot wait to see who shows up here. Right now, Rizzo looking very, very hot, but on the other side of things, Gimmick's looking great too.
Right, absolutely. Probably one of the most high-profile matches we've ever seen, just full of stars on both sides of the field. I'm really excited to see how G2 and Cloud9 are going to approach this match. G2 coming off a fantastic performance against PSG. Cloud9 looking maybe a little bit shaky, but we've seen how they performed at every LAN. It would be a shock to see Cloud9 suffer at this.
Hopefully they've approached this match a little bit more directly than the desk is approaching predictions. It's like the who can debate the hardest right now. Like, I'm going to triple cross you. Predictive team is not even in the match. Let's get into this one. Cloud9 versus G2. Cloud9 in the blue, G2 in the orange. Winner stays alive and makes top 3. Can't wait to find out who makes it there, and I'm glad I don't have to make predictions because this is so difficult with how good these teams are. G2 starting out on the offense. The ball into the box. Now Cloud9 to slow it down. A bait there from Torment. Puts it over the top, puts it into the corner, and goes for the boost star. He's got a good position here for Cloud9.
Oh, good pressure there from Kronovi, challenging Torment, not letting Cloud9 really dominate possession of the ball.
JNaps looking to put it into the box, but cleared away by Squishy, and he gets transition across midfield as well. Ball coming down Kronovi underneath Torment. Gimmick's there to play it away from JNaps, but Kronovi's still threatening. Squishy to look to play it high. Got it back in midfield. Rizzo to JNaps. Intercepted by Torment and into the orange box. Kronovi now to follow it out of his own corner. Gimmick drops it down and Rizzo just catches it on his hood. Looks to dribble it out. Finds Kronovi. Gets into the blue. Quick transition from Cloud9. Up looking to score again. Squishy to Torment. Redirect over the top. Bit high of the goal. Rizzo sits in net watching Gimmick. Goes out for the challenge. Puts it over the top. Finds Kronovi. Ball still in the G2 back half though. They're looking to transition out. Cloud9 putting on a lot of pressure here early on in game one.
Absolutely dominating boost control and not really letting G2 out of their own half. Taking a lot of time utilizing these dribbles and trying to take every G2 member out of the game to open up that goal.
That sits in net as Gimmick looks to dribble out. Puts it into the G2 box and Rizzo moves into the goal. Challenging off the wall. Two 50-50s, one out by G2. Rizzo goes for second touch, but Gimmick's able to put it to the side and play it past him. Now into the box. JNaps and Kronovi both up. They're a bit loose in their own net. One puts it back across the goal. 3:04 left to go. Still scoreless here in game one as Squishy looks to drop it down. Torment trying to find the shot, but can't quite get there in time. Cloud9 continuing to pressure, but finally a breakout opportunity for JNaps.
Right, although Cloud9 have been maintaining possession of the ball and keeping G2 in their own half, we haven't seen really many dangerous opportunities. They're keeping the ball too close to G2 for there to be any danger coming from these shots.
So dropping this down, Gimmick finds him and connects with Torment, but the ball just rolls on past. The pass right there, Scrop from Squishy, blocked away by JNaps. Send that one away, Kronovi into the middle. Squishy over the top and onto the backboard. Rizzo and Kronovi both in position. They go for blocks instead of for the tackles. And they're still in a dangerous spot. Squishy across the net and it will go through. Cloud9 strikes first.
Kronovi actually bailing G2 out. There was a missed touch-up from Rizzo. He jumps there a little too early, but this wasn't enough here. Squishy coming in and committing all three members of Cloud9 onto that offense, but great placement leads to a goal.
2:25 left on the clock, just past halftime, and Cloud9 up by a 1. G2 with plenty of opportunities to score. Here's a good one. Kronovi comes in, is able to get it past. The defense misses. Tie game.
Striking back so quickly here. This is just a bit of a misplay here coming from Cloud9. A lack of pressure here and a miss coming from Gimmick. Something so uncharacteristic. It's just going to open that up for G2.
And Kronovi puts it home, and we're tied up in 1 apiece. 2:18 left on the clock. Both teams going for the cheat up. G2 to win out the kickoff. Kick off the wall over to the side. Rizzo now onto the backboard, uncontested. Nobody's up to challenge. JNaps puts it over the side instead of taking the shot. 2 goalies down on the ground, but still he had kind of the whole net to shoot at. Now Cloud9 move back out, Gimmick off the wall and into the box. Rizzo to take it away. JNaps bumped in net, but Rizzo's winning his 50-50s right now, so G2 will be just fine. Over onto the wall. Squishy now up. Shot towards net. Kronovi airborne, makes the save and sends it away. G2 holding on to this tie game while Cloud9 pressuring in G2's half.
Absolutely a wonderful shot there from Squishy, and you see they pulled the ball back away from the G2 net, making a lot easier of an angle for them to shoot. They need to keep this going if they want to be able to break G2 further.
Rizzo to drop this down. JNaps shot towards net, and Rizzo with a redirect goes up and high. G2 trying to gain that lead. 1:18 left on the clock. Cloud9. Significant amounts of ball control here for Cloud9 as they've been able to keep this ball in the orange for the majority of the game. Squishy will just carry this one across. Nice drift plays. Keep that ball moving across his box and not allow any shots to materialize here for G2. Torment with the flick over Rizzo, and now the play past Kronovi as well. It's just JNaps in the back to get it out of the corner. Squishy moves in, puts it right back through. Now the final minute of game number 1, still tied up at 1 goal apiece. A nice setup. JNaps down, Kronovi looking for the soft touch. Both teams clearing very excellently right now, booming it back and forth down the field.
Something that's a little bit different than what we saw so successful against that PSG team for G2. We saw them really utilizing a solid passing play to get the ball out of their own half.
Gimmick to play this one away. 20 seconds left on the clock, and we're still tied up at 1 apiece. Looking like a 2-1 game. Kronovi puts it up, Rizzo airborne, but Torment takes it away, and Gimmick turns around quickly. Jnaps with the interception. He'll look for Rizzo now in the pass infield to Kronovi. He can take the shot, but Gimmick's there. Shut it down, and Cloud9 hanging back on the defense right now, not being too aggressive. Squishy and Torment, bit of indecision of who to move forward. Squishy gets it forward, it goes into the corner. We'll have overtime in game 1. Off the kickoff, they both send one. Playing it safe in overtime, not wanting to fall prey to the breakaway. Torment up and onto the backboard, nobody's there. Rizzo has a long ways to go to get there. Cloud9 wins out the touches. Gimmick can play this one down to Torment, but Jnaps up first. Now Torment, airborne shot towards net, and Rizzo with the save and put it to the side. Cloud9 still where they've been all game, deep in enemy territory, putting shots onto the backboard, threatening G2, just looking for a mistake right now that could give them the win.
Right, but we haven't seen many defensive mistakes here coming from G2. Solid backboard play, especially coming from Kronovi. Really defending it and not giving Cloud9 the space that they're looking for.
Gimmick takes it away in the corner. Now Squishy up as well. Torment moves into the middle. Challenging Jnaps. He slowly moves it into the Cloud9 half. Torment's got to make the save here as Kronovi makes the shot. What a play off of his roof to put it off to the side. They had drawn the defenders away, but Torment on that back line, able to defend Kronovi's shot.
Backwards as well, utilizing the back of his car. What a save there to keep this overtime going from Torment.
Squishy with a flick. Rizzo looks for the bump. Now Jnaps on the backboard. Torment misses. Kronovi can make the shot. Gimmick's there, but he doesn't have any pace on it, and G2 takes game 1.
This is just going to be too difficult. It was all up to Torment to make another game-changing save, but it wasn't enough. And a really slow shot here from Kronovi's actually going to take it past Gimmick. He was expecting a bullet of a shot, but Kronovi with the mind game.
Both the goals for G2 happening on Cloud9 defensive errors, is particularly from Torment and putting Gimmick in a rough situation both times here. And Kronovi's able to finish it off in both situations, assisted by his teammates. G2 with a clean team plays to punish the defensive mistakes.
Absolutely. Cloud9, those defensive mistakes are a little bit odd. You'd be expecting more from a team that's had so much success and seems to be ice cold on land here, but G2, the adaptations, moving from a very heavy passing play to just going for hard clears. It seems that they're expecting a lot of pressure from this Cloud9 team and going for those hard clears, that they're trying to avoid that.
G2 edges Cloud9 in all stats by 1. They have one more goal, one more assist, one more save. The difference is the shots. Cloud9 able to put up one more there, 8-7. So a very even game statistically. Cloud9 with a lot of ball control in G2's territory, but the shots on target weren't really theirs. They were just putting it onto the backboard. And as you said, the backboard defense for G2 was stalwart.
Yeah, it was really strong. We saw a couple fantastic shots, especially coming from Squishy, but most of those shots were taken further back on the field. When they get so close, it becomes much easier for G2 to take aerials off of their backboard, going for those 50-50s. Cloud9 really is going to need to move this ball a little bit further back and force G2 to actually commit to a ball, to commit to a clear, to be able to make something happen.
We'll see if they can do it here. We've seen them pull out the solo plays before. It might take some heroics from Gimmick or from Squishy. Shot off of kickoff. Defended well by Torment. Kronovi now up high, looking to drop it out. Possibly looking for Rizzo, who's in the back in that third roll. Moves up, takes a shot from midfield, a powerful shot that Gimmick's able to send away. Explosive offense from G2. Squishy wins out 2 50-50s, and Kronovi's touch will actually completely eliminate the possibility of a follow-up there. Just playing it across his own net, but he puts it so high that it stays way up on the backboard. G2's able to get the clear, and now back up on offense, looking to continue their scoring streak. Squishy out across midfield. 50-50, one out by Rizzo, but now Torment and Squishy teaming up to eliminate goalies. Rizzo has to play to the side, and now Kronovi looking for a transitional touch. He's over the top of one, and the pass into the middle. Jnaps will lose ball control here, but they were able to move it deeply in the blue territory. Now Cloud9 having to look for the quick counter attack. Back out to midfield. Jnaps playing some keep away. Ball pinches across. Squishy now airborne. Gimmick sits in the middle. Comes up and keeps his ball deep in G2's half. Kronovi now. Extra speed over the top of Torment. Puts it into the blue corner. Squishy dropping it down. Rizzo towards the net. Cleared away by Gimmick. Savior medal already in the first minute and a half for Gimmick. Rizzo underneath. Mistakes from Torment here on defense. definitely a weakness that G2 is trying to exploit. Now Squishy through the air, can possibly find this touch, but Rizzo's there first, sends it away. Now Torment trying to make a stop at midfield.
Absolutely. I think G2 have spotted those mistakes coming from Torment time and time again. Oh!
Rizzo made a save, and JNAP's able to put it away, but Squishy's still right there. Rizzo up again to put it away, and Cloud9 still threatening inside the box. Just watch Torment. He's sitting and lurking for an opportunity that hasn't gone away just yet. They're struggling to put pace on this ball and get it away from their box. Finally, G2 gets it out of into the corner, but still, Cloud9 just breathing down their necks.
Absolutely. G2 doing a really good job keeping that ball as high up in the air and as close to the backboard as possible. Not giving an angle to Cloud9, who have been keeping pressure on this G2 for what, half the game already.
Rizzo, company finally able to break out. Or so you thought. They're getting it out to midfield. They've gotten it out of their box. But the midfield defense is holding up for Cloud9 right now. Finally an opportunity to get it into the box. JNAP's out of the corner, she drops it down. Rizzo wasn't expecting that second touch at all, and Cloud9 will say thank you, they'll pick it up. Got the ball back in the orange. Novi and Rizzo. The long clear, stays up near the ceiling. Move all the way into the corner. Run it back out to midfield. JNAP's across the field towards Rizzo, puts it back to the box. Back and forth from these rosters right now. We crossed halftime a while ago, and still nobody yet to score, despite massive pressure from Cloud9 and some defensive mistakes as well. That would have benefited G2.
Absolutely. Both teams have had a couple opportunities, but this is a very defensive series so far. Usually, oh, Gimmick!
He finds the infield pass, puts it through, and Cloud9's got the lead.
And this is what we were waiting for. We're used to these almost completely lateral passes coming from Cloud9. And you see Gimmick, he spots Squishy going exactly that pass. He reads it perfectly, and they're finally able to break this stalwart G2 defense.
Able to push through, 1:36 left to go. We'll see if G2 can tie it back up. They have the lead in the series. Right now, they could easily concede that. The loss here in game number 2. Kronovi playing slow in front of his box, and JNAP's that touch just goes straight to Torment. He puts it into Cloud9.
A great look here from Torment. This was just a huge mistake. You see Kronovi go for this double jump, and JNAP's trying to help him and go for the pinch to clear the ball, but instead it just bleeds out again towards the middle.
It looked like there was even a chance there where JNAP's might have accidentally put it in himself. He doesn't make that touch, but the touch he did make wasn't much better. Torment's able to clear it away. Now Cloud9 moving up. Gimmick with ball control in front of the net. JNAP's to zone him off to the side, and Kronovi moves onto the backboard, but leaves it open. Torment tries to take the shot. JNAP's has to do it himself. He gets it away, pushes it back across, and now the counterattack coming through for G2. Shot towards net, sent high by Gimmick, but they're not out of danger yet. Rizzo into the corner. JNAP's now onto the backboard. Nobody's there. Kronovi's up and tries to play behind the goalies. Good placement, but Gimmick's right there. There's multiple defenders. They were able to cover the whole net. Rizzo's looking for Torment in goal, causing confusion, but his teammates out in front, the frontline defense for Cloud9, get that one away.
We saw those bumps in goal coming from Rizzo. We've seen those time and time again all through this weekend. Those have been so successful for G2, and expect to see Rizzo going for more of these.
32 seconds left. End of game 2 here. Cloud9 holding on to victory. And they can put in a third one, they will. Gimmick finds that as Kronovi was just a little bit short. Nail in the coffin here in game number 2, and they will tie up this series.
Absolutely. You see Kronovi here take this diagonal flip, but instead it puts him too far in the goal. He needed to play a little bit more patiently. It was a difficult situation for him to handle.
G2 needing to find ways to use those mistakes that Cloud9's making. Torment in particular seems to be having some issues this series, making the contact he wants. Now
I think you should take that back. Wait,
shot.
This was an incredible shot, like you said. The fast wall play here coming from Gimmick and being able to put that ball not only on target, but also center field makes it so difficult for that G2 defense to predict. Is it going to be a redirect? Is it just going to be a fake?
Absolutely perfect position. Is there a reverse caster curse? Is that a thing? You're saying someone's doing bad, they immediately do well?
Like, that's just a
Is this going
caster
into?
curse.
The Torment's like, please, please. I'm having a fine series. 5-0 from Cloud9. They're just running up the score right now.
Yeah, G2 seem to be just waiting for this match to end. They want to move on to the next game. A lot of what G2 seem to be having so much success with against PSG and other teams were their infield passing, utilizing the teamwork. We heard JNAP say it. They really need to be able to keep their passing game on point. And if they're not on point, their entire team suffers.
Right, and on a real note, the touches I'm talking about from Torment are on the defensive side of things. He's been making some mistakes in his own half that have definitely left some openings for G2. They just have not found a way to score just yet here in game number 2. They were doing it in game number 1. They're going to have to find another way in game 3, as now we are tied up at 1 apiece.
And it looks like, for the most part, Cloud9 have tightened up those defensive errors. It seemed like they were more hard touches rather than strategic mistakes or pushing the ball the wrong direction, just kind of misreading their touch. So Cloud9, if they're able to tighten this up, we're going to need to see something new from G2, because that was absolutely dominating from Cloud9.
Yeah, about the best performance we've seen from Torment stats-wise here, as he was able to get those 3 goals, a hat trick for him. On the offense, definitely stepping things up, a total of 11 shots from Cloud9, as they were able to really hold on to that pressure. They've been there before, but yeah, a quiet series from JNaps over on the G2 side.
Absolutely, with 0 shots. We've seen him with such a huge presence on the offensive end for G2. I believe like something like 1.8 or 1.7 goals per game, and to go completely silent, not even letting out a shot, just shows how much pressure Cloud9 had on this G2 team. They were never able to string together even a shot for JNaps.
And just on the story side of things, from the North American region, this is the first time we've had 2 teams in the top 4, but we're only going to be able to have 1 in the top 3, as they're both in the lower bracket. So which of these teams gets to represent this entire region and possibly make it to those finals? Kronovi wants to do it a second time, but the rookies over on Cloud9, they would love for this season to be as explosive, just continue on, for them to make it all the way there to that big game.
Absolutely, you heard both teams state themselves, they feed off the energy of the crowd.
JNaps nearly finds the angle that crosses the goal. G2, who's been just absolutely rocketing out forward on the offense at the beginning of the games here, continues it here in game 3. Kronovi with the pass, the gimmick will read. Find it on the backboard, drop it down to Squishy. Norma just sitting back in net, sitting very far back. His teammates will cover the front stuff. He needs the pace to be able to put the speed on the ball and clear it away. That's why he would hang back so far in net. Norma getting bumped by Kronovi. Rizzo trying to make use of that space, can't put it on the target just yet. And the ball has spent the entire first minute glued to this backboard of Cloud9, as G2 has just been putting on suffocating pressure here. Finally, almost an opportunity, but Gimmick sends it away.
Coming in to absolutely save his team. He was the last man back, and it looked like Rizzo and Kronovi were going to be able to make something happen.
Ball back again.
A bump for Kronovi!
Gets the bump, sends it away. He got 2 to make that happen, and Rizzo scores.
What foresight here coming from Kronovi. He spots Rizzo go directly for the shot. Look, just bumping Squishy completely into the goal and back out.
Yep.
What a read from Kronovi.
Squishy had no control of this car for like a good 5-6 seconds there, just giving Rizzo all the time to let that ball just roll and bounce in. And now G2, after dropping 5 goals and not scoring any in game 2, they will have the lead here in game 3.
Oh, and they're going to take that back.
Squishy puts it in, tie game.
This is just going to be a bad touch here from JNaps, pushing this ball into Cloud9 possession here, and Rizzo not far enough back. There was a little bit too much confidence in his teammates further up the field to be able to prevent a shot coming on net.
We saw this earlier today with Cloud9's earlier match against Ghost. Their midfield, the pressure they can put on from their own half, the way that they can target your goal from so far back, forcing the teams. Oh my goodness, Kronovi! Wow. He gets the bump on Torment and scores the goal.
Right, you see Torment actually comes straight down off the backboard. Rizzo going for the ceiling pass, so intelligent. It's the fastest way to get this ball down onto the ground where Kronovi can follow up, and a fantastic 50-50.
After a game that we saw the first goal go in after halftime, now these teams just lighting it up. Gimmick to try and tie up the game immediately, puts in another one. We've had 4 goals in like less than a minute, Quinn.
Yeah, just the smallest of mistakes here. It looks like Rizzo was expecting Kronovi to come forward. I'm sure Kronovi called him off the challenger because it looked like Rizzo was going to go up for it, but instead that miss from Kronovi is going to bite them hard.
And the scores from G2 they've had to work so hard. They've had to dismantle defense and make outplays. The goals from Cloud9 been scored on mostly just defensive errors. Another one goes through, and Cloud9's got the lead.
Oh, this is a huge defensive error here coming from Rizzo. He had no faith in his teammate. He actually ends up jumping when he can even see Kronovi in front of him, and it's gonna punish him. He's unable to get to that ball.
And Cloud9, just like that, takes the lead back. Our scoring streak here continues. At 5 goals last game, we've got 5 goals already, and we're not even close to halftime. He drops this one down, Squishy airborne. We'll finally see the kickoff goal not go in Cloud9's favor. We'll see it go back down to the G2 half. Back down to G2's offensive half. Whatever. Cloud9's into the field. Pass in the middle. JNAP with a shot is a laser beam, and it's still dangerous. Squishy trying to make the save, just straight up own goals, and it's a tie game.
Could the placement of this shot be even better? Off the crossbar, off the side post, and Squishy, he recognized the ball still rolling in. There was nothing he could do. He had to try and get underneath it, but it was too much.
I mean, you talked about the placement, it going onto the crossbar on the post. Two defenders moved across. Neither one touched it. They just flew out of the net. A beautiful shot from G2, and they tied up in what has been a sloppy but very entertaining game number 3.
Absolutely. You want to see these teams kind of solidify their defense and get a little bit more comfortable. Hopefully they'll be able to maintain their lead, especially here coming for G2.
Squishy airborne, he's got Gimmick to work with deep in enemy territory. Rotates back, he'll win the 50-50 here. JNAP's off the wall. Torment to try and get it past Kronovi, but the 50-50 won out here by the veteran. Squishy will play it out before JNAP's can make the shot. Now Gimmick winning the 50-50s as well, pushing it across midfield. Squishy up into the wall. Torment moving up as well. Shot towards it is soft, and JNAP plays it away. Gimmick unable to get the dunk. Squishy out, going for the mind games. Rizzo won't have any of it. It gets it through. Now Squishy into the corner. Tie ball game with 1:56 left to go. Now he puts it across the field. JNAP's following. Squishy's there first. Now Rizzo looking for JNAP's. Nobi 50-50 into the box. Squishy and Torment following them right on top of each other. They have a double commitment.
Yeah, big air there actually from Cloud9, missing that ball and opening up so much space at the midfield there for G2, but they are playing so defensive now, rotating so far back and giving up key opportunities here that Cloud9 are giving them.
Coming out of his own corner. 1:14 left to go. Ball spending the vast majority of time in the midfield. Kind of bouncing into box. One touch and then gone. A save from Rizzo. Fast offensive push from Squishy to infield pass, but blocked away by Rizzo again. Defense from G2 tightening up here. The pass from Torment. He puts it on the wall, he'll follow his own touch. He's got Squishy moving into the midfield. JNAP's out in the cross, Rizzo's there, but Torment moved in first. Now Gimmick will be looking, put it back in the middle. Torment looked for JNAP's, and Squishy takes the shot. Nearly zoned out, but still making the save as JNAP's.
2v1 situation.
Now the counter-attack coming through for G2. Torment's doing all the work on this front line, immediately moving the G2 players back. With 30 seconds remaining, tied up. We've already had overtime before. Can we do it again? Rizzo puts the one down. Squishy airborne. Top of 2 dropping. 14 seconds remaining. Gimmick onto the backboard, could double tap this down, but loses the ball. Rizzo now back down the field towards the net where Squishy is waiting. Goes into the corner. Final countdown, Torment with a long shot. Kronovi's got to make the save, puts it over to the side. Wow! Cloud9 still threatening the pass into the middle. It'll touch the ground. Overtime in game 3.
An imperative touch there from Kronovi all by himself. If he could not maintain possession and control that ball onto the backboard, it was going to spell the end for G2.
Sends it down. Here in game 3, a win here puts your opponent on match point. Cloud9 airborne, so it's like Squishy, kind of the dual threat of either he touches it, you got to defend me, or you have to come up, and if I miss, then I fake you out. Cloud9 will not score on it just yet. Torment challenging into one roll. A demolition on Squishy and net. Rizzo moves in. It's in the box and dangerous. Kronovi comes in for the slow play, but zoned out by Torment. The savior medal here as the first 30 seconds of overtime come and go.
Yeah, fantastic give and go there. And the demo play again, leading to success for G2.
Oh, Torment moving into goal. Puts into the box, and here comes Squishy dropping it back. JNAP's looking to move it out of his own half. Gets it through 2. Ball rolling in midfield. It'll be Squishy looking for Torment, but intercepted by Rizzo. Shot towards net. Gimmick has himself a savior medal. The defense is for Cloud9 holding on right now. It's the first minute of overtime. Gonna expire. Still fighting here, looking for that winning goal.
And this is the most pressure we've seen Cloud9 under all series long. G2 doing such a good job dominating possession of the ball and not letting Cloud9 clear whatsoever.
Nobi trying to take it off of his wall. Doesn't get it very far. Bumps on JNAP's in net. Torment puts it across. Drops down, here comes Gimmick onto the backboard. Squishy's airborne, the goalie isn't up just yet. Grenovi gets in the way, but Squishy's shot is just wide. Now JNAP's demoed out. The spawn in the near corner, which kind of breaks up the defensive rotation a bit. He's got to space back out.
Beautiful give and go there to get possession of the ball and break out of their own half. That's the teamwork passing that we heard them talking about before. To break out of their own half, they need to utilize each other.
JNAP's moving up. Squishy takes it from him, tries to push it out, but Grenovi's just watching. They'll send it to the side. Rizzo sitting far back for G2. Last thing they want is a breakaway. Starts to move up. JNAP's was over to the side. Nobody really rotated back into net. CLOUD9 doesn't have a shot just yet. Grenovi getting bumped by Gimmick. Now Squishy, the pass across. A great pass, but nobody's really able to make the shot happen. JNAP's gets in the way. Now it's Stormin to drop it down. Rizzo will get it out. The save your medals for just, it feels like everyone's got at least 3 saves at this point. Gibbs gonna go up. Lay it back down to the corner. JNAP's with the loft downfield. 2:29, 2:30, halftime. This one a long one all the way down. Rizzo to drop it in a dangerous spot. JNAP's helps him out, sends it away. But CLOUD9 trying to make this happen as we're halfway into a second game. The box Gimmick up to Torment. Grenovi's out on wide on the rotation. Moves in, he's just chasing Gimmick. Squishy across the field. Picks up midfield boost, turns around, keeps the pressure on, but the pass is to nobody, and JNAP's and Rizzo will tag team this one. Intercepted by Squishy and back into the orange. Grenovi down to JNAP's. Pass plays to eliminate Gimmick. Now over the top of Squishy, looking for Torment in net. The setup was all there for G2. But Torment not get zoned, able to make the clear out. Now Rizzo back up, 3 minutes and 14 seconds of overtime. G2 still looking for that goal.
Yeah, G2 doing a great job limiting CLOUD9, utilizing that lateral pass. We haven't seen any of those sideway passes that they're so dangerous on at all throughout this entire game, and it's keeping G2 really comfortable in their back net, clearing the ball so well.
Torment and Squishy. In their corner, Squishy to look to play this one across his own net. Torment demoed in his own corner. Squishy still able to hold on to ball control all by himself. Uses the wall and JNAP's to move it into the corner. Now Gimmick out. Torment shot towards net. It's a bit high. We'll keep playing. About to cross the 4-minute mark. Grenovi puts it up on the wall. We got Gimmick in net while Squishy following along. Using the ceiling jump reset to put it out. Now Squishy and Torment through 2. Can anybody get there? It's a bit high. And Torment misses. Gimmick, though, comes in. He'll finish it off. 4 minutes and 10 seconds in. And CLOUD9 takes the win.
And you can see the nerves so clearly affecting G2. Such a long series. Grenovi first with the miss. And Rizzo moving backwards. He tried to get a touch, and it was imperative he did. But Gimmick coming in to take match number 3 for CLOUD9.
Taking that game, and now they have G2 on match point. A win in Game 4 for CLOUD9 moves them on in the bracket and into the lower finals. They will finish top 3, but G2 still got 2 games left to make this happen. The crowd favorites to continue on.
Absolutely. We really just, that pressure that G2 had and going for those demo plays, they seemed so dangerous, so lethal, but that was only when Rizzo was moving on forward in that offensive #1 role. Instead, we started to see Rizzo towards the tail end of that match play so much defense, really limited, and Grenovi taking that #1 position. And we know historically from G2, that is a dangerous way to play the game. Grenovi so much more successful on the back end, and Rizzo in the front. If they cannot make an adaptation for this next match, it might be the end of them.
I mean, you saw from Rizzo in the match just before this one. He was on fire, putting up so many goals for G2 against PSG. So if they were able to put Rizzo up in the front and allow him just to be that star player again, could be the difference maker here for G2. And they're gonna have to change up something, because moving into Game 4, they are on match point. See if they are able to bounce back here. Send us to Game 5. It's not just match point, it is also tournament point here for G2. So they need the energy from the crowd, they need the energy from themselves to be able to get the victory. Squishy here up on the offense. Right away, Torment will look to drop it to Gimmick, looking for the shot. Wide, JNAP sends it away. Now to Rizzo, transitional play from G2. Squishy and Gimmick now, looking for the quick counterattack. Gimmick will lose it, and JNAPS picks it up. Torment now up on the wall. Rizzo, airborne. Kronovi with the follow. Rotating with JNaps. JNaps hesitated to move back too far. Onto the midfield, he and Kronovi able to tag teaming in the midfield. Keep this ball in the blue. Backboard defense from both teams has been very, very strong all series long. Both teams going to have to find more creative ways to get the ball in enemy territory than just throwing it onto that back wall.
Indeed, this is the first time all series long we've seen. Oh, Gimmick!
With the flick, JNaps with the save, but Squishy in. Puts it back in the box, Torment's up. Cannot finish this one off. G2 looking for the quick transition downfield. Well, they know the Cloud9's a bit low on boost. Kronovi gets the steal in the corner. Now Rizzo, if he can just set up JNaps. The wall comes through for Cloud9. They just sit their cars up and don't allow them to push it through while the ball's low on speed. But this one bouncing back down. Cloud9 be able to get the clear. Gimmick, play away. This is just buying time to get out and get boost. It's actually going to work out as they basically pass it back to him. Torment puts it onto the back wall. Squishy moving over to try and make this final touch. But shut down by Kronovi. So he gets it past all three, and now the break going down the field. JNaps could put this through, and he does so. G2's got the lead.
He tried to push this ball back a little bit further away from G2 possession, but instead too much power, then also taking out his own teammate. And you see JNaps just lurking in the middle, recognizing that Squishy has nowhere to go.
3:20 left to go on the clock. And on an elimination game for G2. Critical to get this early lead. There's on to the back wall. JNaps moved in. 50-50 into Cloud9's favor. Torment up uncontested, and it'll look for Squishy. JNaps now back down the field. Gimmick goes for the kill, gets the boost, and gets the flick over the top. Now Torment to follow along. Gimmick under the corner. JNaps back down. Squishy expending a lot of boost just to put this back out to midfield. Kronovi with the interception. 2 players in goal for Cloud9, so that ball wasn't going anywhere but back into G2's hands. Squishy out of his own box, the deflection. In the corner, Torment to try and play it over the top of Rizzo. Gimmick and Torment a bit tangled up in the midfield. Getting antsy. Wanting to be able to finish this off in 4 games. Looking for that tying goal as we've crossed halftime. It's still just 1-0 G2.
Absolutely great sidewall interference play coming from G2, something that we haven't seen all series long in the past.
Oh.
Rizzo.
Gimmick takes it away. Now just JNaps in the back while the rest of G2 rotates. Gimmick looks for the pass across, but JNaps still able to make the solo defensive plays. Sends it away.
And it wasn't just all JNaps there. A wonderful bump there from Kronovi. Actually wasn't going to let Gimmick gain control of that ball.
Oh, Gimmick looking for the air dribble off the ground. Onto the post to Cloud9. Pressuring. Torment fall back though, and that'll give G2 some ball control. Nearly baited all 3 players up. They get it over the top of JNaps, and Kronovi able to move in while Rizzo rotates to goal. JNaps to Kronovi. Over the top of Gimmick. Torment now moving up, and Gimmick a very shallow cherry pick. Push across the field. Doesn't make contact, and neither does Gimmick. 2 misses should give ball control to G2 here with 1:17 left to go. They've got the lead. They hold on to this one. We'll go to game 5.
Oh, that's a double commit over here from Cloud9.
Gimmick in the corner though. Buy them some time, put it back out. Follows it along himself. He's been going for these solo dribble plays over and over again, but the defense is just always there for G2. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Absolutely, it's imperative that they take players out of the defense, being able to dribble them or perhaps mislead them with the passing plays, but we've seen none of that so far.
Gimmick getting a ridiculous touch to put it back near the goal. Cloud9 starting to pressure. They've got Kronovi out, but JNaps and Rizzo on the back end. They'll get the clears, they'll put it out and back into the Cloud9 corner. 37 seconds left, Rizzo pressuring. He's got Kronovi in the midfield. They'd love to secure this game with 1 more goal. Off downfield, JNaps shuts it down, but Torment's there first. Towards the corner, Rizzo over the top of 1, Squishy. Can't make it happen, now Torment up. Towards the net, Gimmick's there, but shut down by JNaps, and the ball is moving back out to midfield with 14 seconds left. We've seen Cloud9 tied up so many times in the last few seconds of the game, so you can't count them out just yet. But G2's defense has been so impenetrable. Here's the infield pass. Rizzo still makes the save and keeps the hopes and dreams of G2 alive. He's going to touch it down, and we'll go to game 5.
Oh, Squishy maintaining this ball into the air.
JNAP's interception. Squishy keeps this one alive. Open Torment is up as well. They're keeping his ball so high. Find themselves time to get up and get boost. Gimmick with a shot towards net. It goes away with Kronovi. JNAP's now down, and it will finally touch G2. Keeps their hopes alive and moves into game 5.
In the last 30 seconds of that game, we saw so many opportunities for Cloud9 and finally able to break that G2 defense. But the incredible save there from Kronovi and Rizzo at the end to keep that 1-goal lead was so huge. All the way up into the last 45 seconds, there were only 3 shots apiece. And again, in that last 45 seconds, we saw Cloud9 double the offense.
What a play. The end of that game so exciting. As you see here at the end of regulation, Cloud9 nearly able to make it happen from their own box all the way out. And JNAP's trying to kill it, just trying to move it back, but just their airplay, the way they kept this ball so near, it was nearer the ceiling than it was the ground the whole time. That's what gave them these opportunities. And Kronovi able to make that save off of his own post. It took 2 ridiculous saves to keep G2 out of overtime in game 4, but they did so successfully.
And you know that they have to be feeling so much better after that match. Taking that early lead and being able to keep it, maintain it all through that game, that's something that G2 struggles with just historically, not able to convert matches into wins, especially leads. Cloud9 there and keeping them goalless. That's something you don't see often.
Well, it all comes down to this, a game 5. 1 game to determine who makes it into the top 3. Make some noise, Washington, D.C. G2 versus Cloud9 in a matchup to stay alive here in Season 4. Neutral kickoff won by G2. Gimmick picks it up out of the corner past Kronovi and Rizzo. JNAP's in the back, gets bumped by Gimmick. Playing an excellent 1-roll. Follow-up not quite there for Cloud9 just yet. JNAP's first to the ball. He'll find Rizzo and now looking for Kronovi onto the backboard. Lofty play from G2. Who's always had an explosive offense here at the beginning of the games. Not able to turn it into a goal just yet. Cloud9 now looking for transition, see if they keep this ball in orange territory for a while. 50-50 going in Rizzo's favor, all the way back to the Cloud9 corners. And up on the wall, Kronovi now looking for the dribble. Squishy takes it from him. He's got Torment upfield of him, and he flips back. Now Gimmick moving in. Difficult angle to do anything with, and he'll just rotate back. Torment puts it to the side. Follows it up himself. Didn't quite have the read. Rizzo will take it away. Now Kronovi. Pace on the ball, trying to wrap around the corner. Puts it into the box. Squishy's there first. Clears it away. We'll stay scoreless as we hit 3:47.
Yeah, really good possession play here coming from G2, utilizing that backboard so well.
Gimmick to get it away. Cloud9 looking for the counterattack. Gimmick plays it down. Squishy's there. Puts it back and in. What an angle from Squishy as Cloud9 takes the lead.
So smart here, Gimmick to just control this ball. Once he takes that 50-50, he recognizes he has both Squishy and Torment, and he spots the goalies moving closer to him and opts to go for that far back net pass.
3:34 left on the clock, and Cloud9's got maybe the only goal that matters in this game. Last game decided by 1 goal on the side of G2. Can they respond here? Knock out the North American favorites. Favorites to win. You have the favorites to win versus the fan favorites in this matchup. Corner over the top of Gimmick. Kronovi moves it. JNAP's now pass infield. Kronovi with the stall. JNAP's over the top. Gimmick with the play. Cross midfield. Conceded ball control. Kronovi puts it back into the blue box and looks for goalies. And his zone out Torment didn't find him. The 3 players move out for Cloud9. An opening created, but Torment holds on the ball control, puts it all the way back down, and JNAP's makes the save deep in the box of G2. Now looking for that tying goal. The pass infield again, intercepted by Gimmick once more. Now Torment back down to Gimmick, shot towards the net. It's a bit high, and Rizzo will play it back out to midfield as we approach halftime. It's still the 1-goal lead for Cloud9.
Right, G2's had a lot of good ideas as to how to get this last goal back. We see them oftentimes going for that infield passing, but it's just too far up the field. There's not able to get enough space here, and we see them, instead of opting to utilize that teamwork to break the ball to their own half, they're going for these solo dribbles, solo flicks.
JNAP's to Rizzo. Look up high, and he's going to get the waterfall down. Squishy to play it away. Squishy now back in the corner. Away from JNaps, moving up and just trying to keep on the ball control. Does it all himself, and it bounces post and crossbar and out. Rizzo now over the top of Torment. G2 looking to respond. Still looking for that tying goal. 3 players from Cloud9 in the orange. Start to fall back as G2 moves forward. JNaps down into the box. Gimmick with the save off to the side. Torment deployed away from Rizzo. Cloud9 doing a great job playing keep away right now. But G2 in the midfield trying to hold on. Torment over the top of 2. Should get back in time to play this away, but Rizzo has to move into net. Cloud9 trying to secure this game, see if they can get a second goal in. We're in game 5, and the winner of this one is all that matters for these 2 teams right now. Squishy pass 2, 1 minute approaching. Torment in the corner, pass 1 and pass 2. Clean wins on the wall. Gimmick moves up, just trying to get the zone on Rizzo. Nearly had him. Squishy shot is saved by Kronovi. He keeps it alive for G2. Final minute. They're still only down by 1. 1 goal makes this a tie game.
Yeah, Cloud9 suffocating G2, just strangling them in their own half. We've seen so many attempted wall clears, but again, Torment and Gimmick doing such a good job moving back, giving up the midfield, and just controlling the ball time and time again.
G2 on tournament point with 35 seconds remaining. Now pressuring up into the half. G2, Kronovi and Rizzo so tight on top of each other, but unable to push it through. 30 seconds left now in this game. As JNaps puts it into the corner. This team needs to be aggressive. Squishy's got ball control. We're down to 20 seconds in game 5. JNaps over to the wall. Gimmick trying to get it through, but Kronovi's there. Moving up in that 1 roll. Rizzo still in the back as we hit the final 10 seconds. He'll take it off of his own wall. 9, 8, Kronovi in the corner with JNaps hitting in his own net. Struggling to get it out of their half. The 50-50s keep going in Cloud9's favor, and the bump on Kronovi will do